So check it out guys, we are the fact finders and today we are going to learn about viruses. What are viruses? A virus is a submicroscopic infectious agent that replicates only inside the living cells of an organism. Viruses infect all types of life forms, from animals and plants to microorganisms including bacteria. Antibiotics do not work on viruses, such as those that cause cold, flu, bronchitis or runny nose. Antibiotics are made for bacteria and bacteria is almost 100 times bigger than a virus. A virus is made up of a core of genetic material, either DNA or RNA, surrounded by a protective coat called a capsid, which is made up of protein. Sometimes the capsid is surrounded by an additional spiky coat called the envelope. Viruses must infect and use components of the host cell to make copies of themselves. Often, they kill the host cell in the process and cause damage to the host organism. Viruses have been found everywhere on Earth. Researchers estimate that viruses outnumbered bacteria by 10 to 1. And viruses are not living things as well. Viruses are complicated assemblies of molecules including proteins, nucleic acids, lipids, and carbohydrates. But on their own, they cannot do anything until they enter a living cell. Without cells, viruses would not be able to multiply. Therefore, viruses are not living things. Viruses are like debris floating in space. They cannot be considered as organisms at all.
Did you know that a virus does not have a cytoplasm or a nucleus or anything that a cell has? Instead, it has a very basic structure that consists of the DNA and the outer protein shells and some fats. And it uses the host to do all the activities for him by manipulating many copies of itself in the cells of a host. While most viruses cause harm to our body, there are some who help the body, like the bacteriophages that kill the bacteria in the body and do not cause any harm to the body. There are some viruses that spread through animals. There are many viruses that can spread through animals. These can spread by eating vegetables or fruits bitten by the infected animals, or by getting too close or touching the animal, or even by touching things that have been touched by the animal. Here are some examples of viruses. Zika virus, which is spread by monkeys, is a mild infection and not that dangerous. Nipah virus is a deadly zoonotic virus that causes swelling of brain.
Many viruses do not have vaccines. Yes, we all know by the experience of corona that all viruses do not have vaccines made till certain time. Till then, how does the government try to keep the people safe? First, the government takes the help of media and warns citizens about the risks of infection and the pain it will cause. Then, they tell us certain things or rules that will keep us safe.
In the case of normal disease, these rules include washing hands, do not spit, use clean hands while eating or preparing food, wash the fruits and vegetables before consuming, and many times no physical contact like handshakes, fist bumps, etc. In the case of pandemics, these rules include most of us know these rules through the corona pandemic, but still, these include lockdown, mask compulsory, social distancing, bath after coming from outside, and children and senior citizens are recommended for not going out of the house, and the roles shown in the last slide.
Every cell in your body is a tiny factory constantly making proteins. Your genetic code or DNA directs every activity. Protein making machinery in the cell reads its own DNA and makes sure the cell proteins go everywhere they are needed. While viruses on the other side have their own genetic code but don't possess the machinery to copy their DNA. So viruses need your cell's machinery to reproduce themselves. A virus starts this process by using the keys on its surface to gain entry. Like a Trojan horse, it enters the cell. The virus releases its own DNA into the unsuspecting cell and hijacks the protein making machinery. Now, this vital cell function becomes an assembly line for the new virus particles. No longer in the surface of the body, the cell now serves the virus. and manufactures thousands of new virus particles which are released to enslave more cells, millions of more cells.
How does our body react to allergen? When a substance such as dust or pollen is encountered by a person who is allergic to that substance, the immune system may overreact by producing antibodies that attack the allergen. They can cause wheezing, itching, runny nose, watery eyes, and many other symptoms.
Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe the channel, and sayonara. Hey guys, this is us after editing, and we have created a Discord server.
The link is in the description. Be sure to check it out.